All right, ladies and gentlemen, Frankie from Flatbush here from Frankie from Flatbush headquarters, and it's the calm before the storm. We got a big storm coming next week when NFL free agency begins, and the Jets certainly have a lot of holes to fill on their roster. And so, how are they going to do that? Well, one idea after we've released Devontae Adams, and it seems like we're going to release Mr. Alan Lazard. Thank you very much for your service. See you later. Get out of here. We got to fill some spots on the roster. And one idea came from the Las Vegas Raiders, who seem to have put Michael Mayer on the block, tight end. Could it make sense? Let's check it out. First place we're going to go is called Jets X Factor. Could tight end Michael Mayer make sense for the New York Jets? Robbie Sabo, credentialed coach, writer, website owner. Let's go. The New York Jets are absolutely in the tight end market, he writes. Make no mistake about it. Therefore, it makes all the sense in the world that somebody would consider them a potential destination for Las Vegas Raiders tight end Michael Mayer. Shortly after the Athletics' Vic Taffer and Tashan Reed reported the Raiders are shopping him, longtime NFL reporter Chad Forbes suggested the Jets as a potential destination. Right here's the tweet. He thinks he can get a fourth round pick plus. I think you can just get a fourth round pick. Um, it may be a fifth, really. Now, Robbie says Michael Mayer is a Y bully. Mayer, 23, is still incredibly young, has 2 seasons of NFL experience under his belt, drafted number 35 out of Notre Dame. Now, I remember when he was in Notre Dame, and I remember he was a focal point of that offense. And I remember looking at those games and going, oh, it looks like this Mayer guy is going to be really good. Now, he has not turned out to be really good. He has not been bad, but not exactly what they were hoping for when he was coming out of Notre Dame. His production leaves a lot to be desired. However, 6'4", 265, classic inline tight end who can block with the best of them, Robbie says. Mayer's 65 run blocking score via PFF placed him 13th in the NFL this past season, and compared to the Jets, a big improvement. So this is the biggest argument that you would have to acquire Mr. Mayer is his blocking, which is to me, of course, everybody who knows me knows that I say blocking is the most important thing on the entire sport. And Ruckert has been terrible at it. Conklin been terrible at it, and I've been critical of Coach Middleton all these years. Why can't you teach these guys something? Well, maybe they're just terrible at it. Nobody could possibly have taught them anything, but that's what you have coaches for. Anyway, while the Jets coaching staff had no idea how to visualize and implement an actual rushing design concept, that's a bit hyperbolic. Their tight ends didn't help matters, and it's possible that the tight ends not blocking is what caused a lot of those running plays to get blown up. Mayer, on the other hand, is a complete bulldozer at the Y. Now he doesn't offer any other. Now we're going to take a look, but he doesn't offer in this article any other proof other than the grades from PFF. Jets had draft interest in 2023. There was a prior routine, and it was going to be Will McDonald, Mayer, or Broderick Jones. Jones was taken by the Stillers, and so we selected Mackie D. And then last year, Brock Bowers was a big name connected to the Jets and a lot of other teams. And he went up going to the same team as Mayer, the Raiders. What would it cost? Forbes suggested a fourth round selection plus, more precisely, fourth round plus is in the neighborhood. Granted, the Raiders are thrilled about Bowers, but they're taking a hit in how it devalued Mayer. Right now, even a fourth round pick is highly debatable, so maybe we get him for a fifth. Boy, that would be a steal, in my opinion. It'll come down to how many teams in the Mayer market believe he's just a tight end, too. Ideally and personally speaking, employing a tremendous blocking tight end as tight end 2 on the depth chart is living in a perfect world. So let's see. Here's the grades that he got. Okay. One of the things you could say, well, how come he wasn't so great blocking, his rookie year? Well, he was a rookie. All right. But he got better grades, pass blocking, run blocking. Overall, he's been below average, and that's the problem. And he also missed games last year, and I remembered that he had missed some games, so I asked Grok, why did he miss games, Grok? Because I wondered about it, and I thought it was mysterious, and in fact, it is mysterious. Um, it was a personal matter, which we don't learn what it is. It's personal. We don't get insight into that. He was placed on the reserve NFI list in October, and he ultimately missed 6 games. He returned and emphasized football's not bigger than life, indicating some significant personal situation, which we don't know the details of. And it was not related to Brock Bowers and being upset that they took Bowers in the first round after taking him in the second round, at least as far as we know. And he resumed playing Week 11 against the Dolphinians. All right, so he had a personal matter. Sometimes these things happen. I guess you'd have to look into that, make sure it wasn't anything crazy. um, Before you went and traded for him, if you could. I mean, personal matters. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to tell you. I think he's an employee, and I don't think employees have to tell you if they have a personal matter. So let's get a little bit of a taste of what he actually plays like. You may not be as familiar as some in terms of the Las Vegas Raiders and what they were all up to.
At this point, Frankie had himself a little accident. You could call it a hardware issue. You think the powerful people around Dirty Diana Rushini ain't had what Frankie been saying about that big-boobed princess? You thought he could get away with it? Forget about it. Frankie's going down like Aaron Judge in the playoffs. Forget Frankie. Listen to Dirty Diana, you dumb douche.
All right, so we may have to deal with that. But other than that, I mean, it seems like a good risk to take if they really want to offload him. You know, they don't want him on the team no more. He's a big upgrade for us. I mean, if you just look at his blocking here, it would be a big upgrade from what we've been deploying the last couple of years. All right, I'll see you next time.